Happy September 11th to the Bush family, and super sorry to everybody else who's had to suffer for that Republican run attack on our country because, you know, everybody thinks that the world's just going to be so much better if a Republican gets into office. Yeah, okay. So I just left therapy and talking to her, and I brought up that retired FBI special investigator John D'Souza to her, and Rex Bear, oh my god, he is so cool. What a cool fucker. But I brought up that interview and was talking to her about how a lot of people are talking about this spiritual phenomenon called walk-ins. And I told her that it was about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. I feel like I experienced something like that with absolutely no words to figure out like what in the fuck actually happened to me. And it didn't take all that long to figure out, but it's been quite embarrassing. And hey, it is what it is. But I was telling her about that, and I asked her if she remembered the time I scared the shit out of her pretty early on, and I told her about how I experienced a house of cards in my mind collapse, and it was like the top card got grabbed up, but at the same time something got lifted up. It was like something just shot straight through the back of my head, like a 90-degree angle. It was like boom. And I told her about how I went through this, and I didn't tell her about what I saw when I was gone or anything, but I told her about how when I came back from it, I opened my eyes and it was like I could just see the stars. Like I literally could just see all of the things that I had been gathering in my life, and all of these groups of people and all of these different colors, and all of these things just started like an etch-a-sketch, just started connecting, and looked like it was just making constellations or something for me to follow. And yeah, I told her about how I got hit in the chest with a fucking hot beam of energy, scanned down, scanned up my body, just like a little barcode scanner on a fucking register. And about how the energy shot straight out of my forehead, and it literally felt like it branded me. I'm never gonna change. I'm never going to back down from my fucking story. And I told her that throughout the next, few weeks, I had experienced a plasma ball come right down and bump me on the head. And I was like, all right, word, let's go. And it just whoop straight into my head. Did a circle, kind of like a cat making a circle in a bed. And it just made this spot in my brain that felt like I got hit by fucking lightning when I had a brain aneurysm or a stroke or something. And the hospital didn't take me seriously. And then I, for the next 17 days, fell into a terrible panic and a terrible breakdown that was totally not crazy, like non-violent. Like I didn't run around naked freaking out or anything. I hid in my garage because I was panicked. And if there's such a thing as manic OCD, what's the fucking difference between manic and panic? Just the first letter of the word. And told her about how people will still not call me back. Nobody wants to fucking talk to me. And I'm fucking Mercury's in retrograde. I know it is. It has to be. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the most dramatic fucking planet I've ever seen, or celestial body, whatever in the fuck it is. But I was telling her about how I think I experienced a pretty painful kind of walk-in, and you know, I think from here on out in our therapy sessions that, you know, if you motherfuckers ever want to change my diagnosis to something like schizophrenic or something, just let me know. I told her about how I think it's bullshit that in today's society I can be a female and go out and get a sex change if I want and change my name to John, Dick, Harry, Elijah, anything I want to fucking change my name to, and that's okay. And that's not fucking, that's all right, and that's acceptable. But I have to fuck around and find out the hard way that I'm actually just a starseed, and I couldn't fucking remember. And to identify as a highly sensitive person like she does is okay. And being a starseed, which just means that your soul came here from somewhere else, that's a problem. Fuck you. This is so fucking lame. And yeah, I was telling her about how I would like to know, like, the real numbers on how many women, especially in their early 30s, within the last couple of years. Somebody calling in. I want to know how many of them are Scorpios, Geminis, and Sagittariuses. Because when I went to the nut house was full of Scorpios and Geminis. The lady that I talked to until 6 in the morning was a Gemini, and she literally experienced a walk-in in 2014 and had no fucking clue. She said, I have never been the same. I almost died, and then, like, I haven't felt the same. I don't know what happened to me, but I have not been the same person at all. Something is totally different about me. She literally has been called schizophrenic with, I mean, literally, it is so terrible. People not knowing what in the fuck they are going through is literally killing everybody. And it's called walk-ins. Motherfuckers are getting possessed and walked into, and they don't understand. And you know, there's a lot of people that call this density the land of the dead. A lot of people here who know what's going on say it is some kind of an underworld. I think for all intensive purposes, it's hell. It felt like purgatory at first, but I feel like everybody should know this is purgatory. When you're born and you know you're going to die, isn't that a purgatory world? At least. But no, it's actually heaven and hell mode now. And I guess when I was a Christian, I probably thought that hell was full of homos, hateful, prideful people, fucking all of the psychos, all of the serial killers. It is. They're here. This is it. Look the fuck around. And it's funny that I made this little short yesterday about how pissed off I am that Travis Scott's coming to Pittsburgh. And I literally, there's people on there. This one person that I had to block, literally sat there and put like the lyrics of 25 different Travis Scott songs on my comment section. This other person's going, oh yeah, I love Travis Scott. Well, congratulations. You are literally part of the problem. And people who are triggered when somebody like anybody, like me or anybody, says something that you don't agree with and you fucking act like that, that's because you're doing shit like listening to the frequencies in Travis Scott's fucking music. He's hit you with dark entity attachments that are eating you alive, and you're lashing out at people trying to make you realize these things. And you literally have to burn the devil out of yours and your kids' ears, is what it looks like. Because Satan, Lucifer, the devil, whatever the fuck you guys think is the ultimate bad guy, it's you. Everybody here is their own God. If you could look into the sky and see what your true God looks like, you would look up in the sky and see a big fucking mirror, and you would be looking at yourself. Okay? Joke's on us. That is the secrets of the fucking universe, is that we are all God collectively. And if you could see what the entire universe and everything in its entirety actually looked like, you would be seeing a still shot of a head from here up with a brain, and that's it. That's what the truth looks like at the easiest levels, is that we are all asleep in the mind of God, and we are all extensions of God source. And Indigo Angel has fantastic information out there about Orion starseeds and fallen collectives and the total links. Gemini for sure. I'm pretty sure she brought up Scorpios. I'm not sure. She's fantastic. And she's very empowering to anybody who is of a fallen consciousness. And if you don't understand what that means, if you're an asshole, you're an antichrist right now. You are a horseman of your biblical apocalypse of lies, is how I hope it goes. And that's it. Yeah, there's still a clock. I mean, there's a timer, guys. About 6 years to talk about all of these things and get our shit together, because I'm just a stupid, uneducated bartender. But I've gone through and really been able to comprehend a lot of shit since my spiritual awakening, and I cannot even tell you how frustrating it is to be awoken right now or any time past this if you do not know yet that we are in a video game simulation world, and all of these actors and actresses are acting like us, and all of these singers are clapping, singing, and dancing to keep you the fuck asleep. You're going to probably have fucking heart attacks if you do not start looking at spiritual content creators and the things that they are saying, because we are going into revelations. And it really pisses me off whenever I see videos and shorts from a few months ago, my favorite YouTuber, Thavian, from Christo's Avatar, using AI. Spiritually awake people know how fucking dangerous AI is. And they'll sit here and be little puppets using AI, okay, telling people shit like all L names are bad. All of this shit's bullshit. Astrology's bullshit, but I'm a Virgo. Channeling is not good. We do not condone channeling, says Ashiana Dean. From her channeled information, guys. Are you fucking kidding me? What is going on? It's not that fucking hard. It can't not be that fucking hard to figure this shit out. And spiritually awake people who know that information like the back of their hand, what are you guys doing? Are you grid working? Or are you just sitting around being a bunch of fucking simps, beta males for somebody who is so wishy-washy? Fabian wants to call Enoch wishy-washy, huh? Okay. If Enoch is being played here right now by one entity, I know exactly who the fuck that is. And if you would look in my videos, it probably wouldn't be that hard. Another Indigo 3 out there. Fucked. And I'd love for him to remember. Or try to remember and prove me right or wrong about him, you know? But if Enoch is a fallen collective, the way that it is presented in Guardian materials, then it's Indigo 3s and fallen consciousness, probably fucking Orions. It's not a big deal when you know. When you know why you are so vicious, it's not a big deal. When you know that you are walking around here and you are either Christ-like and good, or you are Antichrist and you are a fucking asshole. And there is no pearly gates and no free passes to anywhere out of this fucking world. The God of the Bible and the Torah and the Quran and all of these myth-busted religions who all have pieces of the puzzle. You're fucked. You're literally fucked. And I can't fucking believe that people can watch Travis Scott murder, mass murder adults and children, and then not realize that it was pretty much perfectly 3 months before the birth of their 2222 son. And what happens is you have to be matching the frequency of a character to take on that role. And I have murdered. Period. What is abortion? It is legal murder, technically. And these people in abortion clinics telling women that it is okay to do these things because Jesus will forgive them. Fuck you. That's not true. You have to forgive yourself. As soon as you forgive yourself for every fucked up thing you have ever done, you realize that you have been trying to look in a mirror and realize that you are everything. And far away from here, we are all connected. And it's not that far away. I bet it's just a bunch of frequencies and shit. But there's a reason most serial killers are Scorpios. There is a reason that there are so many Scorpio politicians in power right now. Let's talk about them. Not just politicians. Scorpios right now that look to be aiding in fucking up the world. CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, Jewish. Australian Prime Minister, really fucking destroying Australia, Tony Abbott. King Charles, new King Koopa, Daddy the Lizard, Hillary Clinton. Now, Alex Jones really likes to call Hillary Clinton a lizard person. And I'm not sure what that fucking... She's a Life Path 3, I'm pretty sure. That's a fucking shame. There ain't nothing funny about her, but everything, I guess. Bill Gates, Kris Jenner, Kendall Jenner, Ryan fucking Reynolds, guys. If it makes you mad to hear that Travis Scott mass murdered people so that he could take on the role of a very, very dark entity, of which I'm not positive, but, I got to narrow it down to, like, Creator God's ball pan, whatever the fuck. It should really, really intrigue you and will probably piss you off to know that when I look in Ryan Reynolds' eyes, that guy is an actor. All of these superhero characters, they know. There is absolutely no fucking way they do not know. They are acting stupid. They are acting stupid to keep everybody asleep and to stay rich and to not be seen. And until you can spiritually wake up and use your mind's eye correctly, which is your third eye, you just can't even fucking, you cannot see. Ryan Reynolds, him and his slavery plantation marriage, those motherfuckers are bad. Very bad. When I look into Ryan Reynolds' eyes, I don't see anything. Nothing. Caitlyn Jenner, agenda. Anthony Starr of The Boys, which is also a horrifically truthful show. You see what they do with Lockheed Martin. You see what they do with these politicians. You see what they do trying to keep everybody laughing really hard right now at the Church of Scientology with the Deep and the Church of Scientology. You better quit laughing at them and you better start laughing at you because everybody's following alien cult religions. It's a shame. And it's a fucking shame that so many people, so many men who are just out here straight simping for Ashiana Dean, bowing down to a bitch, instead of taking that information and continuing to look, that is not all accurate at all. I have watched enough, and I am fucking old enough to know better already. Literally. Whoopi Goldberg, piece of shit. Julia Roberts, piece of shit. Jimmy Kimmel, piece of shit. Puff Daddy Diddy, very big piece of shit. Matthew McConaughey, I'm not sure about him. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. Winona Ryder, Joaquin Phoenix, they're just fucked up. Leonardo DiCaprio, though, and the whole movie and the whole star-studded cast of Don't Look Up, that movie is fucking bullshit. They all know. Meryl Streep, all of these fucking people laugh at us stupid little people who keep paying for them to take children. Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Anne Hathaway, Katy Perry, Kelly Osbourne, Drake. And speaking of Drake, I didn't even realize who XXX Tentacion was until I went through my spiritual awakening and I heard that poor kid talk. He was 19 years old, talking and trying to tell people about learning cosmic laws. That poor kid was so awake already, and that's what he got for it. Thanks, Drake, you piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. Stupid Degrassi ass actor. Fucking bullshit. Gemini, Trump, guys. Everybody who was ever on Epstein's Island should have been canceled by now. This is absolutely fucking sickening. Sickening. I used to tell myself while I still supported the Republican Party and still supported Trump that, well, maybe he just went there once and he figured out that shit was fucked up and he didn't go back, you know? Like he was only there once and he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything, and he's an actor. He is an actor and a business owner, and America is actually just a corporation of Great Britain. These are all of the problems. Oh, Gemini. Steve Schwartzman. Yeah. The Rich Handler, CEO of Jeffries Group. Then we have Capricorns, Trudeau and Fauci up on the board. And Fauci, literally, I mean, if I knew people's beliefs or what they thought the end of the world was supposed to be or the end days, like, I can plug them in for you. I can plug all these people in. I just don't know characters, really. I don't know who I'm looking at, but because of the show Supernatural, I got a nice glimpse of the Whore of Babylon character, and I'm pretty sure Anthony Fauci's the Whore of Babylon. So, sometimes people just come in here playing different genders to really hide and really confuse people. Then we got these cancers up on the board like Elon Musk, George Bush, Tom Cruise, Kevin Hart. I mean, literally, all of the other players combined probably don't add up to the amount of Scorpios who are on the board right now running things. And if I'm such a bad fucking character, well then, let's look at everybody like me. Because I know what my problem is. And I know what my problem has been my whole life. And I feel a lot better now. But, it's just fucking literally just a bunch of typecasting. Life path numbers, zodiac signs. They're not all bullshit. There is truth in everything. And if you're smart, you would never close your mind and never trust fucking anybody. I will literally never fully trust fucking anybody's information, actually, after this shithole of a first year I've had, flipping out, making hundreds of videos, trying really hard to just run. And yeah, I'm very excited because I will be able to afford Indigo Angel in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait for my appointment because it's nobody's fault that it took me 6 months to even think about reaching out to anybody, because everybody I've reached out to doesn't give a fuck. So, if there's any medical malpractice attorneys in the Pittsburgh area who would like a fun case, I haven't even really said much to any of the attorneys I called and tried to speak to. But they don't give a fuck. These attorneys are going, well, you don't we don't see, we don't see any case. It's coming up on your 2-year mark from your 202 stint. So, we're just going to say it's expired, that statute of limitations for a medical malpractice claim, which is where as soon as I get my starseed origin done, and as soon as I wrap up a few more little bows and things, I'm going back to the nut house. I am going to go back and sit in that motherfucker's chair again and have me a nice little 3-day talk with these motherfuckers about what I think is going on here. And no matter what I say, or no matter what I have said before today, my doctor would never diagnose me anything more than bipolar with psychotic features and my OCD and my PTSD and all of these other minor things that all add up to OCD, right? And now that I know the game, here's what I'm willing to do. I am willing to go back and tell these people that now that I think that you guys fucked me up on medications that aren't even targeting the right areas of the brain, and I've been picked up and dropped off of them, and I've been denied antidepressants, the only medication that I've ever needed before my panic attack breakdown, and being afraid that angels were crying everywhere and God was under attack because we are all God and we are all a bunch of fucking angels, and I wasn't wrong. Now I think I'm suffering from dissociative identity disorder because I feel like now I'm a prophet. Now I feel like I am a prophetic warrior, and was, I guess, a biblical character maybe a long time ago, and perfectly timed with a bunch of Jewish shit. I had to go through hell last year. And now I want to sue. And now I want psychological testing, and I want DNA testing, because the state has my DNA from my felony. Hunter Biden is not a felon, but I have a felony because I needed child support money, and I sold some of my prescription painkillers to the father of my kids because he wasn't paying child support because he's a piece of shit. Hasn't seen my kids in over a decade, hasn't paid for them. And I think that I'm ready. I think that I'm ready to see if I can prove beyond a reasonable doubt in the court of law that starseeds are very, very real. And I want to know if my DNA looks any less junky now that I've gone through fucking hell. And I'm pretty sure my DNA has been activated, and I just think that we should all take a peek at it. It's what I think. And I think that Bibi Netanyahu, whoever the fuck walked into him, should tell the truth. And I think that the United States citizens and the citizens of Israel should grab their politicians up by their pussies and throw them the fuck out. I literally can't even. I don't care what anybody says about Sefik Boza. Like, he literally hurt my feelings so bad. At least he's an alpha male. Pussies. Everybody is pussies. And it literally is so fucking frustrating. But I'm the one in therapy. So then I'm telling my therapist real fast because I'm done. Because I'm literally just I hate this whole month. My new Norse pagan friends want me to go see Cannibal Corpse with them so bad. And I want to go see Cannibal Corpse with them so bad. But I can't. I can't deal with the lights and the sounds right now and all of that bass. Like, I am so energy sensitive right now. And I am very nervous. Very nervous about the rest of this month. And I hope it goes okay. But, I said, you know, the one conspiracy theory that, like, I can't get over, I think it's fucking so stupid and crazy, is, looking into these reptilians and all of the shit that they're saying about these royals and a bunch of other people being reptilian types. So I literally just, I kind of went back and forth about that for a while, but I think that's fucking crazy. Like, that's the only thing left on the list that I think is crazy. And she was like, yeah. yeah, that stuff's wild. And I was like, yeah. I was fibbing. Jen, what if it's really actually reptilians and all we have to do is starve them and be aware that they're here, and then they'll probably go the fuck away? Because honestly, guys, last year, I literally woke up and was freaking the fuck out going, I literally don't know what happened. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10,000 angels. I don't know what fucking happened. I don't know if a bunch of people woke up and realized that they were angels, or if there was a bunch of fucking angels that had this place surrounded. Something fucking happened to me. Something fucking happened, and I witnessed a lot of shit, and people might not care and might not believe me, but yeah, man, I sincerely believe the Nephilim are in bodies. The gods and goddesses are in bodies, because it's biblical apocalypse time. Human form, literally. We are here in a video game playing light versus dark. And it is very important that the fallen get the fuck up of every persuasion. Christians are the heart of America. And unfortunately, it's very important to check your facts and try to be okay. And if you think that these things sound crazy, and if you're a Christian and you have no clue what's going on here, look to Paul Wallace, the Fifth Kind TV, the Fifth Kind YouTube channel. Please look to Paul Wallace, Mauro Bellino, and Eric Von Daniken first. Those are a good 3 to kick down your doors gently if you don't believe me. Because it hurts bad. And I wasn't even the type that went to church, but I wanted to, and I did. I tried to go to church. I asked to go. Anytime I wanted to, I could. And then I was left feeling busted up because I was so fucking uncomfortable having to see bleeding Jesus eyes and shit everywhere. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Those are soul harvesting stations that they have our kids going to play Pokemon Go. Is what the reality really looks like. And if anybody like Indigo Angel, who can absolutely see the holographic reality of portal systems, please do me a favor and you fucking tell me if I'm crazy and download the Pokemon Go app and look at that fucking thing. And please walk to these Pokestops. Tell me what you think. Because when I see those Pokestops, I think now that I am actually looking at their portal systems. A very small scale, very small scale. There is so many fucking holographic things going on. And, it's a fucking disaster. This world is a fucking disaster. And this is just why. This is why. We've been playing a game the whole time. I don't think anybody's ever really been gone. And people that make fun of David Icke, that could be Socrates, guys. Oh, wow. I love David Icke. I fucking love David Icke. Oh, that dude's information. He's got the Bilderberg fucking everybody. Guys, he has everybody nailed down. The fucking Carnegies of Pittsburgh. Everybody. That dude has gone through fucking misery getting made fun of for 30 fucking years and has almost 25 books written. And you hear him say reptilian and you think he's fucking ridiculous? Look at the ancient proof. And then look at Paul Wallace coming out of the Catholic Church and Mauro Bellino, biblical interpreter for Vatican-approved interlinear Bibles, until he started interpreting right. And then the church hates him. And then there's Eric von Daniken, who still, even after all of his myth-busting that he's been doing for years, writing books too, he's still in good standing with the Vatican. They sent him something for his birthday because he is such an honorable man telling you the truth.